Welcome to a new series on Daniel's 70s week. I probably won't make a follow-up video. I wanted to show it's in the past and there's no gaps. 70 weeks, 490 years are determined upon thy people and upon the holy city, that's Jerusalem, to finish the transgression and to make an end of sins, and to make reconciliation for iniquity, and to bring in everlasting righteousness, that everlasting gospel, and to seal up the vision and prophecy, and to anoint the most holy. So no more prophecy, Christ is anointed. So construction started during the reign of Cyrus, but was stopped during the reign of Artaxerxes, and resumed only at the time of Darius. Now let's see the list of Persian kings, and contrary to most believers, this tells a different story. We got Cyrus the Great, Cambyses, Darius, Xerxes, Artaxerxes, Sajdanius, Darius II, and Artaxerxes II. So there was no king before Darius I with the name Artaxerxes. Since the temple was finished during the reign of Darius, which was after Artaxerxes, it could only be Darius II. It means that the temple was finished not in 516 like most believers believe, but actually in 416 BCE. Paints a whole different story of the 70 weeks, 490 years. Let's see what happens when we plug in that figure. 490 years. When does the count start and end? 416.75 BC plus 490 years, the war ends in 74, early 74 in AD there. So you can research the siege of Jerusalem. Know therefore and discern that from going out of the command to restore and build Jerusalem. Most people forget that the building part and they just go from the command and their count gets all off. To the anointed one, the prince, will be 7 weeks and 62 weeks. It will be built again with streets and moat and even troubled times. We'll look at who that anointed prince one is in a little bit. Just showing here again that it's Darius II when this happens. So sometime in between here is when you should start your count. And I propose it's 416 BCE or BC, however you want to look at it. So 416.75 BC plus 483 years ends at 67.25, beginning the 7-year war. Know therefore and discern that from the going out of the command to restore and to build Jerusalem to the anointed one, the prince Titus, will be 7 weeks and 62 weeks. So 483 years. And that's when they start the siege on Jerusalem. It'll be built again with street and moat, even in troubled times. So again, here you can just look at that when I believe it was started. So this is where we get the 7-year war from. And they that inhabit the cities of Israel shall come forth. It's not a whole worldwide thing. It's Israel, the cities of Israel. And make a fire with arms, the shields and spears and bows and arrows and hand staves and lances. And they shall keep the fire burning with them for 7 years. And after the 62 weeks, the anointed one, Nero, shall be destroyed. Nero takes his life in 68 AD, and there is no judgment in him. You can read Daniel 11:35, I think it is the last one, that he takes his life. No one will come to help him. It's the last verse in Daniel 11. And he shall destroy the city and the sanctuary with the prince Titus that is coming. They shall be cut off with a flood, and to the end of the war, which is rapidly completed, shall a 7-year war appoint the city, see it's a city, Jerusalem, not the whole earth, to desolations. Not the whole earth to desolations, but a city. And Jesus shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week, and in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifice and oblation to cease 70 and the fall of 70 when the temple was destroyed. And for the overspreading of abominations, he shall make it desolate even till the consummation, the end of the war, and that determined shall be poured upon the desolate in Judea and Jerusalem and all that. So 416.75 plus 490 takes us to 74.25 AD at that final ending there. So I hope this kind of makes sense. And just something to think about, and we can fine-tune a little bit and get it exactly right. There's some excellent teachings that have exact dates. just something to think about, that there's no gap theory with this idea. And probably next we're going to start looking at the resurrection, because that's the most anti-full prism view of the resurrection can have happened. So it's going to be a challenge. I'm not sure if I can do it, but I'll go for it anyways. As always, love you lots. PGF Racing out.